This is Josiah Plays Torment, Tides of Numenera. We've just walked into the Fifth Eye bar in Cliff's Edge, in Sagus Cliffs, in Numenera world. And we're addressing a woman of some sort named Clarion. And this is what the game has to tell us. This young woman wears finely polished armor and paces back and forth restlessly on the walkway. What the fuck is this little creature flying around in my immediate space? What are you? Some sort of gnat? This is a gnat-free zone. I'm not running a fucking gnat hostel here. Okay? This is not a fucking gnat-way house. Did you really just try to mash gnat and halfway house into one word? Yes? Where'd you go, you little shitball? I mean, I don't really mind a gnat existing. I don't even really mind a gnat being in my apartment all that bad. I don't even know if it is a gnat. It could have been a fly. I thought it was a gnat, though. Gnats are pretty small, though. It was too big to be a gnat, unless it was a really big gnat. Might have been a fly. Whatever it was flying around. And now I don't see it. So forget it. Let's keep going. Gnat my problem. Not gonna worry about it. This young woman wears finely polished armor and paces back and forth restlessly on the walkway. Her long hair is lustrous and healthy, and her whole form exudes a wholesome vitality. When she sees you, she raises her voice in greeting. Sounds nice. Welcome, friend, to the Fifth Eye. She strides closer to speak more softly. You come at an exciting time. I've been trying to convince some veteran warriors of their eminent... Is this the part where we can't pronounce eminent? Of their Come on, Josiah! For some reason the accent I'm trying to do and the word eminent are not working out together in my brain. My brain is just like, nope, sorry, you can't say that word in that accent. Convince some veteran warriors of their eminent suitability to join the endless battle. So far they have rebuffed me, but perhaps you can succeed where I have failed. Okay. But what do I care about the endless battle? Tell me about yourself. I am Clarion. I seek strong warriors, brave souls, to fight in the endless battle, to hold back the advance of the enemy. Can you tell me about yourself again? I am Clarion. I recruit warriors for the endless battle. What can you tell me about the endless battle? Much as it sounds, she says. It stems from a rift between the changing god and one of his offspring, and has endured for hundreds of years. Raging over the same battlefields, using the deadliest technology of the ancients, the landscape is scarred and pitted beyond recognition. The walls between dimensions are thin there. Every day, horrors cross into our world. Alright, you are a terrible recruiter. Why does that sound like something that anyone would want to get involved in? Yeah, it's a raging battlefield, it's a horrible landscape, everything's scarred and pitted beyond recognition, and horrors from other dimensions cross in every fucking day. So, what do you say? Wanna go? She stands, arms akimbo. Worse, in recent years, the struggle has expanded. Struggle is real. Nearby settlements, founded to provide material support for the combatants, or existing there long before the two sides came to rage on their borders, have been engulfed by the spreading chaos. She frowns. It's not too late to change the course of the battle. If only warriors of proven mettle would join the fight. That is why I'm here. That is why I beg for your help. What else do you know about the endless battle? It's not truly endless, of course, but it has raged for hundreds of years. Imagine the wonders you see around you, the discarded pieces of the ancients' lives. Now imagine all their power bent toward destruction. Imagine what that would do to the land. It is a force, a disaster. It creates heroes. Right. What side are you recruiting for? The changing gods. He has always been the patron of Sega's cliffs. Perhaps we would not exist if not for his lives and his cast-offs. Certainly, we would not be as we are. She pauses. But that is not the only reason. The changing gods' forces have allied with the towns and villages of the Verzulian waste. We seek to prevent the endless battle from expanding beyond its borders, growing in size once again. The enemy attempted to sweep across the plain once before. They were foiled at a village called Koln, betrayed by some of their own. Now they're trying to take the village again. Matkina shifts uncomfortably at your side. Koln is the village that we visited in the Mare when we were going back through time to Matkina's past. That's where we were, was at Koln Village. So that's basically where Matkina is from. Who is the enemy you're fighting? The armies of the first cast-off. They have never been friends to the people of Sega's cliffs. She frowns. The first cast-off is long dead, but still her forces hold a grudge against her sire and his patron city. What side are you recruiting for again? The changing gods, she says proudly. We've allied with the surviving towns and villages of the Verzulian waste. Our forces are trying to stop the enemy from sweeping across the plain. We will contain the endless battle if we can. Well, that sounds good. Can you tell me anything about these veterans you hope to recruit? They have fought in countless battles and emerged victorious. They have made decisive forays that turned entire wars. They are clever and thoughtful, though I know only their reputation. The third inversion, for instance, saw them reach into a new dimension and... I won't bore you with the details, but they were integral in an offensive that would have changed the course of that conflict. That would have changed the course of that conflict? Yeah, why can't she talk to them? She's the alleged recruiter. Can you tell me any more about these veterans? She frowns. They have kept their abilities largely secret from me. I've not seen them in action, but the stories tell of 5 companions who turned the course of wars. Are they the 5 people that are referenced in this bar? Do they own this bar? Is the 5th eye, the 5 eyes on the thing, is that them? That would make sense now that everything's coming together. Why are you trying to recruit these veterans? Perhaps they're tired of war. She shakes her head. Conflict shapes us all. It sharpens us, makes us stronger than we ever thought we could be. If you hide from it, you'll never know what you might have become. Or worse, you'll be easy prey for those who are stronger or crueler than you. She clutches your shoulders. These veterans have grown tired and complacent. I want to help them recapture what they lost. No, I want to make them even greater than they were. Sure you do. Let's talk about the merits of conflict again. What is there to talk about? Challenge, response, thesis, antithesis, synthesis. Overcoming weakness is the only way we grow strong. Do your muscles grow through disuse? Does your mind sharpen while staring at the wall? I can answer that. The answer is no. Actually, your mind goes to total shit if you don't use it. Life itself is conflict. Without conflict, there is only stasis. Or worse, decay. Her eyes are bright with confidence. Tell me any more about these veterans. You already said that. I'll help you recruit the veterans. Why not?
Making a note.
It's a quest. Sounds like 40 XP for me. I ain't gonna turn down XP. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag I had a quest. You will have my gratitude and a generous reward if you can succeed in this, friend. She begins to point. At the bar you see Leto, the woman clad in desert robes. Behind the bar, Feriak. At the table there, Ziobi. She lowers her voice again. Ziobi, you see Theberos. He's older, but he has great experience. She indicates the final target with her chin. And then the crowning piece, Dama. He's their leader. Alright, farewell. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, we just met. We've literally only had one encounter, one conversation in the history of our lives. How can it be always a pleasure? Always a pleasure is what you say to a person that you've known for a while and had multiple encounters or conversations with. Then you say always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to talk to you or to see you or whatever. If you just met somebody for the first time right now, it's not always a pleasure yet. Once does not equal always. I'm just saying, how do you know that the second encounter between us won't be shitty? I might come back and just punch you in the stomach. Randomly. You don't know. Don't count your pleasurable encounters before they've hatched, is all I'm saying. A woman named Clarion has asked me to help convince some veteran warriors to join the endless battle. So far, her efforts to sway them have failed. Oh, so she has tried to talk to them. And they were like, no. And she's like, maybe this random person that just walked in the bar will convince them. Seems legit. I guess that's how you recruit people. I want to be a recruiter of some kind, just so I can walk up to every random stranger and be like, hi, random stranger, would you like to recruit these people for a thing for me? Would you like to do my job for me? That'd be great. Attempt to recruit the 5 war veterans. Clarion has been hanging around the Fifth Eye Bar trying to recruit 5 veteran warriors named Dama, Theberos, Leto, Feriak, and Ziobi. She wants me to convince as many of them as I can to join the endless battle. Cool. So that's like most of the people in the bar. It's those 3 plus those 2. So other people that aren't that group of veterans is Sir Arthur, Yellow Shirt Guy, Almas the Soul Keeper, and the Death Ghost, who we're not going to talk to again right now. And Clarion herself. Oh, let's talk to O.
You can do this.
Let's talk to O. He's the guy from Planescape Torment. Yes, he is. Fucking O. He looks pretty normal, pretty plain. He's got a cool looking garment there. I kind of like his thing that he's wearing. It looks pretty neat. Alright, O. It's F5 time. Once you took interviews for professors at your previous workplace, it was a good change for once. What do you mean, took interviews for professors? You mean you interviewed people that were trying to get a job as a professor? Or you worked for professors doing interviews for people that the professors were trying to hire? Or what? Let's talk to O. Your eyes cannot focus on this person. Whether male or female, you cannot say, but it hums with a force that both attracts and repels you. You feel a sense of amusement as its regard settles upon you. You speak with O, it says. You have tasted the truth in the form of a machine lubricant. You have contemplated the totality of human existence. Speak quickly and true. I've tasted the truth in the form of machine lubricant. What the fuck is he talking about? or it talking about? We sat in a panel that was for recruiting professors at a university. Oh, that sounds really interesting. That sounds really interesting. What do you normally do, Jackstor? World slows around you. Who are you?
I am O. You might call me an ultra-terrestrial, though I am far more. I am from beyond space, behind time, above your comprehension. Your mind has chosen this form for me, and I am content to exist in this structure. But know that I exist also outside of your subjective experience. Some might describe me as a superpositional extraction of fundamental universal laws made tangible.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Another one of those. If you've met one superpositional extraction of fundamental universal laws made tangible, you've met them all. You know what I mean? All these superpositional extractions of fundamental universal laws made tangibles are basically the same. They all have that superpositional extraction of fundamental universal laws made tangible attitude. Welcome back, Devin 10K. So much better than Devin 9K. How's it going, Devin? You're a PhD student now, but at the time you were working as a lecturer. Cool. What are you trying to get your PhD in? You know, Saito's a PhD student also. He's a regular in this channel. He's in here all the time, and he's also one of my Green Sword crew. He's a PhD student in some stuff that's more complicated than I can actually express myself. He's a PhD student in being a superpositional extraction of fundamental universal laws made tangible. Having a drink or two or 9 million. Man, 9 million would be a lot. Think of how many bottles you'd have piled up. Gestures languidly, and you understand perfectly.
I am a word made flesh, a letter at least. A concept covered in a false skin, infinitely malleable, essentially unknowable.
Word? What does it mean to be a word? Computer engineering security. Ah, cool.
I was, am, will be. I see into the infinite past, into the illimitable future. When the cosmos erupted into a sea of light, I saw it. When the mechanism winds to a sad and creaking end, I will weep. At the moment the great wings of death enclose creation, I am the last vestige of dust, frozen, forever perfected.
Alright, well this dude kind of sounds like a big deal. Can you tell me what it means to be a word again?
Was I always? Was I created? My origin is hidden from me. But I see. I act only in accordance with my nature. I simply am.
You always have to deal with these fools being douches like, bro, I studied all the things, so my liberal college makes me smarter than all the things, every college student after 2000. Well, I dropped out of high school. And although I have taken a small handful of college classes, I never got very many credits. And I certainly got nowhere near an actual degree. So I don't have much education myself. But I would say that I've met people that have, advanced college degrees that are pretty down to earth and laid back and don't think they're better than anybody else. But then again, I have met a lot of those douches that you're talking about as well. But they're not every college student. You said you studied IT because it was necessary to get a fucking job in this joke of a world and got shit for it. Not being a serious profession. So you didn't end up getting an IT job? Is that what you're saying? Alright. What are you doing here?
I am here to see the final attempt at entry by the adversaries. I am here to offer a vision to Leto.
Did you say this was the final attempt at entry by the adversaries?
The adversaries thought to peel through realities, to devour this world as they have others. They have never lost. This world is their first taste of defeat. Within themselves, the eaten cores of their victims begin to stir. The adversaries will cease to exist in any meaningful form within a millennium if they are stopped here. This is an inflection point. If the warriors here succeed, the adversaries do not rise again for an eon. So it is written.
Who the fuck are the adversaries? They sound serious. When you were in the chat last time, one of your friends was giving me indirect shit about an IT degree, if you don't recall. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. But I believe you. Where did you come from, Oh?
You would not understand. Let me show you.
Oh, this right here, this part is just like, maybe not exactly like, but really similar to what happens in Planescape Torment when you meet O. Its eyes widen, expanding to fill the room, your vision, your consciousness, and you tumble into a starry immensity. Swirls of nebulae twist and knot, and in the hearts of these stellar clusters roar hungry vortices. You tumble helplessly into a myriad of them at once, torn apart and reformed in an instant, a being of pure light and will, You find yourself standing in the fifth eye again. Your nose is running, and tears streak your cheeks. You wipe them away numbly, and you realize your hand is streaked with blood. Pick a point of damage, but permanently gained 1 int pool, which is awesome. That's kind of like what happens in Planescape Torment. He does this whole showing you the infinity of the cosmos thing, and you get a permanent +1 to wisdom in that game. And in this one, permanent intellect pool. Oh, I love you, O. I always count on O for some stat buffs.
Too much information. Too much knowledge. Had I showed you more, the energies that bind you together would have failed.
Alright, well thanks for not showing me more then. You said you'd come to offer a vision to Leto.
She is prescient. She is the mother of empires. The adversary's presence has polluted her vision and she has strayed from the page. I am here to reunite her with the truth. I do not intervene, but this story was true, and so it is true, and so this is not an intervention.
Okay, what? That sounds like some circular reasoning.
The vision will come. The vision will come when you have left the city.
When I've left the city? Okay. Sure. Tell me about Leto's visions again.
She will see clearly. When you leave this city, you will have no further part in her story.
Can you tell me where you came from again?
You have seen once. To see again would be to unmake you.
Farewell.
A moment. None here will know of our conversation. None will know its nature. None see me, nor will they recognize any sign of me. Even in this remarkable place they cannot know. but I give you a gift, cast off, and god and woman, for yours is a true story. It is welcomed into the world. It was born from desire and will end in... But no, I do not tell your fortune.
Oh, wow, he just gave me another buff, permanent buff. Light envelops you, and when you open your eyes, O is gone. Permanently gained 4 health pool. Sweet. Thanks, O. I got an int pool and 4 health out of that guy. Just for talking to him. Always a pleasure talking to you, O. And I can say that because I've talked to O more than once. In multiple games, even.
Continue. Live.
Alright, let's talk to Yellow Shirt guy now. Talking to YSG. Yellow Shirt guy. The most distinguishing feature of this tall, vaguely awkward man is the yellow shirt he wears. This is so funny. If you were there for that Yellow Shirt guy stream, it was so amazing. And they just completely went for it and put him in the game. This is great. He seems desperate to fade back into the scenery. When he sees you notice him, he gives you a faint, uncomfortable grin. Perception. Something about him seems off, as if he were a flicker in the air or strangely two-dimensional. He does not seem to emit a sense of presence at all. Who are you? Aaron? Oh, that's right, his name is Aaron. Called Yellow Shirt guy. He almost whispers. I'm not here. Can you tell me anything more about yourself? No. This is like a dream to me. Can you tell me anything about the people here? Shakes his head as if terrified to meet your gaze. What can you tell me about this place? Nothing. Let's try again. Can you tell me anything about the people here? Shakes his head. Can I tell me about this place again? His eyes are haunted as if he were desperate to be away from this conversation. No. Why can't I sense you? Skist, he mutters. Whoa. The yellow shirt fades away, and then the skin, muscle, and bone. What remains is a vaguely humanoid shimmer.
I am Yizg, Aaron, a transdimensional projection from a distant past. This abacos form, this is not the truth of me. Trapped in this body, but I am not this.
Oh, he's an abacos. Well, he's not even an abacos. He's just in an abacos body. What's an abacos?
A ghost, transdimensional. It feeds. I only watch and learn.
Can you tell me what an abacos is again?
It is a feeder, a hunter, not of this world, not of this time.
Where are you from?
Cleveland.
Wait, what?
Distant past, epochs ago, tuning through time to see future. Overshot.
It shrugs vaguely.
Maybe next visit.
Where are you from again?
Distant time. Unsure.
Can you affect this reality?
Only words.
The ghostly hands pass through you.
Nothing touches. Only ideas. No physical energy conveyed.
How did you get to this place in particular?
When casting, through time, saw light, drawn to civilized thought, admiring psychics.
Okay, so there's some psychics up in here. Farewell. There, well, nice to meet you, yellow shirt guy. Look at him now in Abacos form. He is super creepo looking. Super creepo. The wispy form of yellow shirt guy shivers and flutters as if trapped in an invisible breeze that blows through time.
Go.
Super creepo. Alright, well now we've got Almas the Soul Keeper. Sure. He sounds serious. My soul to take. Almas the Soul Keeper. For a moment, you were not entirely sure if you look upon a construct or a human. The plastic sheen of this pale man's skin suggests artificiality, but if he is a construct, he is so cunningly constructed, so close to the human baseline, that the illusion is nearly perfect, except his head is a trifle too large, his eyes black buttons. So he's some kind of weird thing. Then you realize the truth. He is a visitant, his home many millions of miles distant.
Almas, my name.
What can you tell me of yourself? He lifts his great head slowly and fixes you with a dolorous gaze.
I am Almas. I am the keeper of souls, last of my kind, only survivor of a civilization that spanned time and space. Now they are gone, their stars black, reality's winds carry me.
Turns his head back towards his drink. Is there a difference between reality's winds and just winds? Just normal winds? Because aren't those part of reality too? Turns his head back toward his drink. Tell me about yourself again.
Almas, keeper of my people, dreamer of the dead, a visitant, a wanderer.
How did you get here? He looks around.
Not my time, not my place. Yet, when the connection to home broke, a beacon shone, here. 5 minds drew me, a light in darkness. They were not a light to understand. They were safety, surety, while a new home I find. In this place I have clear thought, untarnished.
So this bar that these 5 apparently psychics created seems to be a pretty powerful place that's drawing all kinds of strange entities from other planets and times and dimensions, which makes this place pretty cool. I would drink in a bar like this. I would. Can you tell me how you got here again?
5 minds shone in psychic light. Night. Through time and space I found this harbor.
What happened to your people?
The highest caste of power. Controlled we minds, ideas for all souls of empire. A great web we wove, shining with power. But other nodes, they winked away, until only I remained.
His fingers drum on the tabletop.
An image of my people I carry, but no place to make it real. Our domain, lost. I, alone, and paralyzed with indecision and fear.
Let's talk about your people again. He sighs.
Strong we were.
Hey, Sungnif, welcome back. Good to see you, Sungnif. How you doing?
We dominated our place. We made justice, yet strength was not enough to prevent rot from within.
How did your civilization die?
A doubt arose. It took seed, took flight. These thoughts connected to our network. These questions spread like disease. Trust, mistrust rooted. Nodes decohered. Without nodes, without control of dreams, the civilization falls, and then they are gone. I alone remain. So their whole civilization was destroyed by a doubt. That's a problem. That is a real problem. I'm doing alright, thanks, Sangif. Tell me how your civilization died again. Through doubt, questions spread through great mental network. Failure of belief. Failure to thrive.
What was the doubt that destroyed your civilization?
I do not know. I do not recall.
Yet something in his stance suggests otherwise. How can you not remember the destruction of your civilization?
It was sudden. I watched it decohere, the stars winking black. I witnessed. A voyeur to utter destruction. I found its beauty before I knew, marveled at its artistry. I saw more, felt less, and then it was gone. I questioned the early blackness. I saw it and I did nothing. It was an emptiness, a sadness. I denied its presence. When it spread, I watched. I did not know.
I have a feeling this guy's not telling me everything. I think he had something to do with the destruction of his civilization, and he just doesn't want to admit it. Tell me the doubt that destroyed your civilization. I know you know.
I do. Yes, it was my doubt.
Called it.
Mine. My question. I asked only, what if our way is not best? What if our people have desires of their own, wants that we do not give? He places a single hand across his eyes and then slowly slides it away. The others began to see and question. Questions gave way to self-doubt. Self-doubt gave way to self-hate.
Nothing wrong with a little self-hate.
I wanted only to know what is best.
To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women. Answered it.
What is best? How do we become better? Not to tear us down, but I shone a bright light on behavior, on truth. But our center could not hold under truth.
His wet, terrified eyes fix on yours.
Was I to blame? Is civilization's end affixed on me? In dreams I see their faces, but not their minds. Tell me truly, is the fault mine?
For some reason, I'm the person that gets to judge this extraterrestrial being. My opinion really matters, I guess, huh? Are you sure they're gone? Oh, that's an interesting question. Are you sure they're gone? What if they saw your doubt and just cut you away, cast you aside? Oh, that's kind of a dick move asking that, though. Because he might be like, oh fuck, and this might really make him, like, super hate himself. And be all forever alone guy and stuff.
Horror dawns on his face. Is this why I cannot feel them? Why I retain only an image?
He closes his eyes and concentrates hard. Around the bar, other patrons wince and cover their ears with their hands. You feel the brushing of a great and terrifying howl of anguish. He whispers,
I am alone. I feel an echo, but no true response, as if they hide.
He pulls his hands apart, and you have the sense of a vast network of power contained between them. He raises his hands before his face, and then he crumples his fist. The energy vanishes. I have severed the last connection, the last hope. If they exist still, they must exist without me. Let me be forgotten. Oh, don't even trip, bro. I'm sure they already forgot you. No more, he whispers. No more. He drops his head and weeps. Well, I don't feel like I really helped this guy very much. Welcome back, Devin. I don't feel like I really helped him. I feel like I just fucking made his life worse. My bad. Hold on. I gotta try it the other way. I gotta try it the other way. Forgive me, but I got to. I gots to. And now the sound is happening. Fuck my life. I hate the sound. Fuck my life, cause I hate the sound. Tell me of yourself. Tell me of yourself again. How did you get here? How did you get here again? What happened to your people? Let's talk about your people again. How did your civilization die? How did your civilization die? What was the doubt? Oh, you're lying. How can you not remember? Tell me why you can't remember. Oh, I never said this one before. I want to try this dialogue option. I never tried this one before. I didn't notice it. Perhaps I can help. Tell me of your people. We were gracious autarchs, grinning souls of architecture, children of the stars. Those under our control lived as we bade, controlled them, directed them. We gave them happiness, gave them thoughts, gave hope or took hope away, a place of relentless peace and prosperity under our rule. Saw we all possibilities, limitless our potential. Alright, well that sounds like a pretty cool place. Tell me of your people again. He looks down at his hands. We ruled in generosity of spirit and strength, but ruled we well? I want to help you understand what happened to your people. Let us talk about it. Oh, this is a whole different branch of this conversation that I didn't go down before. He doesn't express gratitude at your offer. Indeed, he seems to shrink away from you, but then he pulls himself upright. I am ready. Alright, let me go with persuasion here. Try to remember the doubt. My persuasion's 100% with that charm paste on, so... Do you think I have not tried? He looks down at his hands, and a small simulation of stars winks into being. He studies them, watching them spin, and he closes his eyes. The stars in his hand begin to wink out. No, that is not true. I have tried. Do I know, you ask? Okay, now we're at a dialogue note I've already seen, because he's admitting that he knew what the doubt was. Self-doubt gave way to self-hate. Is the fault mine? Let's use Tidal Surge and see what happens. Erase the doubt. Erase the doubt. No. Questions will make you stronger. Huge blue tide. And moderate silver. His eyes flare, and the tears building within them vanish, replaced by a gleaming hardness. Yes, he whispers. Yes. He slaps his hands upon the table. Yes! He grabs your shoulders. Connection restores itself. Doubt and fault, mine. A new civilization we build. Snatch old threads, place new minds. Extinction? Death? No. Immortality. Through time I shall return. Across space I will travel. Stepping through this shallow reality into a place where our beliefs are true and solid. This test I pass. His smile is anything but friendly. And rule I shall. I don't feel like I might have done a good thing here. He steps away from the table and holds his hands out, palms skyward. Rainbows coalesce around him. An image echoes in your mind. Fear and fetters, an unhesitating rule of annihilating will, subsuming individuality under a blanket of enforced vision. You do not see a web of connections as he described. You see a net, a noose choking out the lives of millions. Oh shit, what have I done? I just fucked over millions of people, guys. Well, shit. He turns away from you, dismissing you. They will fear me again. No, that wasn't good. That was not good. I contemplate my empire. Leave me be. Oh, that was not good. Well, shit. I'm gonna let it ride, though. I don't want to reload again.
Here I go.
Sungnif says, ha 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 ha. Yeah, right?
I'm going.
I've just done something terrible. God, thank God Saito is not here to give me shit about this. Saito would give me so much shit about this, and then he would keep bringing it up, like, forever. Nobody tells Saito that I just doomed an entire star-spanning empire of millions of people to tyranny and enslavement. Let's just not talk about that. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Alright. So, now we've got the 5 to talk to. Let's talk to Sir Arthur first. What does this say? These pipes are pumping fluids from somewhere outside the bar. Someone added the spigots later, so the fluids probably weren't intended for drinking.
Let's go.
You can hear liquid coursing through these ancient pipes. This whole building seems to predate the Ninth World. Okay, so this is an old... We're basically inside an old Numenera of some kind. Whatever this machine was, with all the pipes and stuff. This fancy couch might have come from an aristocrat's house, except for the stains and the smell of vomit. Ew, what? This booth was once a metal tank that held some sort of liquid. Interesting.
All right.
An odd lilting song occasionally rises from within this
I would
machine.
like to learn something of hiding from you.
Really? Here's a tip then. You need not fear the dark if you are the monster in it.
He doesn't want to learn anymore.
Nice. That was good advice by Matt Kina, though. So true. But I think she just scared Rin's god. As if a musician is trapped inside. This booth was once a metal tank that held some sort of liquid. Okay. Alright.
Right?
Sir Arthur. What is up, my friend? Is he... What is he doing? Oh, he's smoking. He's smoking a pipe. And blowing out some strange green smoke. Okay. Well, that's nice. This man has leathered, dark brown skin and hair as white as the full moon. He peers at you from beneath long strips of eyebrows, sucking on a long pipe that has been made from either segmented wood or the leg of an enormous insect. His clothing is blue and formal, like a priest or a professor of some kind. All over him, on his belt, in every pocket, on both shoulders, even hovering in the air around his head, are glowing, chittering devices of all kinds. This dude loves him some Numenera. He must have a high fucking cipher limit. You know what I'm saying? Let me guess. He sucks from his pipe. A ball of green steam floats away from his mouth. You're a traveler, that much is clear. An explorer. Yet you have the look of a farmer visiting a teeming metropolis for the first time. He taps various relics on his person. Never seen the like, have you? Fortunately for you, I adore educating folks on the subject of the Numenera. Stay a while and listen. I've also traveled extensively and seen much of the world. Go ahead, ask me whatever you would like to know. Oh, we got a lore dump guy. And he gets the Deckard Cain voice. Alright. Who are you? Goodness, forgive me. He stretches out his hand. Sir Arthur Torine, traveler, explorer, and lifelong student of the Numenera. I have seen everything between here and the Steadfast, and I have studied Numenera for all kinds of decades. There is no man more knowledgeable about Ninth World than he who sits before you, I assure you. And I'm also the last of the Herodrim. No, alright, so this guy says that he is the most knowledgeable person about the Ninth World. In the Ninth World. Allegedly. This guy knows some shit. Who are you again? Sir Arthur Torine, traveler, explorer, and lifelong student of the Numenera. Why are you here? Knowledge, of course. I have traveled all over the Steadfast and the beyond, but I had to know what was beyond the beyond. Who knows how much time I have left on this world? I wanted to see for myself. Why are you here in this tavern? Libations! He lifts his glass enthusiastically. I'm trying to determine the nature of these fantastic liquids. Also, the people here are quite informative. No better place to learn about a city than its taverns. He takes a deep swig from his glass. Why are you here again? The Sagus Protectorate or the Fifth Eye. Ah, either way, the answer is knowledge. He takes another swig from his cup. What are the Numenera? His eyes light up, as do too a number of devices on his person, though you cannot see why. The Numenera are practically everything around you. We live among the detritus of uncountable civilizations, many of which were made more powerful than you or even I can imagine. Threw an extra word in there for funsies. Everything they left us is the Numenera. Weapons, power sources, medicines, gels, plants, animals. Why, even the very drit in the ground and shins in your pocket are examples of Numenera. It's such a broad term that the Order of Truth has categorized the Numenera with terms like oddities, ciphers, and artifacts. Of course, any true student of the Numenera considers these categories too broad still. I have my own distinctions, but that is neither here nor there. He takes a puff from his pipe. In any case, it is the Numenera that power the wonders of the world, from an explorer's esoteries, to the datasphere, to the drinks in this very tavern. Numenera power the wonders. Here we go, 9 options. Now we're talking. We're gonna ask Sir Arthur a whole fuck ton of questions still, but that's gonna be in our next episode. If you're watching the stream, don't go anywhere. I am not done playing. I am not done streaming. I ain't gonna stop. Nobody can stop me. Nothing can stop me. A boulder could fall on me from heaven. Why does heaven have boulders? I don't know, but a boulder could fall on me from heaven, and it could land on me, and I would still keep streaming. I am not done, but if you're watching on YouTube, I am so done. Hella done. As done as I can be if you're watching on YouTube, because this episode is now over. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Torment, Tides of Numenera.